G'day all. Quick little intro. This is another bits and bobs video. Hopefully this will be the last one before I get into doing the front wing, and then I should be getting stuck into that. This one is finishing off seat harness anchors and a little bit of suspension change that has come about after looking at Racing Aspirations. Before we get stuck into the video, I just wanted to give a couple of shout outs. These are the guys I get welding gas from. Couldn't be more helpful. One of the channels I follow, Oak Swamp, who's from a guy just down the road, also gets his gas from there and has managed to negotiate a little bit of discount. So they were good enough to give me 10% off when I mentioned Oak Swamp when I was there. And also Car Builder Solutions. I think I might have already mentioned, I'm not sure, but just in case I haven't, a big thanks to these guys who have also offered a little bit of discount as well. And last but certainly not least is Neil again. He has, this is his car, by the way. Yeah, I know, it's absolutely mad. I'm going to ask him actually if I can pop round sometime and do a little visit kind of video, because he lives half a mile away and that thing is in his garage. Absolutely awesome. Anyway, he was good enough to give me this roll of carbon, which is slightly unusual stuff because it's unidirectional, so it's all about strength in one direction, but there's a fair whack of that in there, so I think I'll be using that for lining things like the front nose and the wings. So cheers again now, and I hope your car runs really well at all the shows and stuff you're doing this summer. Someone commented, in fact I've had a couple of comments on videos, kind of almost being critical with some of the things I've said, either about the whole Brexit thing on some of my older videos, or the autism thing, you know, and the way the Americans particularly, but it's coming over here, you know, Farage and that are dealing with it. And they've said, is this a political channel? Well, I think the best way of answering that is for one of my favourite singers and bands, Skunk and Nancy, just to answer that for me. That's the passenger side one welded in. On the top I should weld in underneath as well, especially this one because it's 4mm, and onto the corner there's a fair sort of reasonable bit to weld underneath. And I've also started welding in these. So I'm never too sure, are these called webs or are these called gussets? I'm not too sure. I thought gusset was something that you had in a pair of pants. Anyway, whatever the hell they're called, I started welding them in. These I bought off of eBay, so they're obviously laser cut and pre-made, so they're all nice and neat. Only problem is, of course, they came, the preset angles they come in, most of the stuff I need isn't a easy angle, so not that I'm showing you that bit, I won't be, that bit doesn't need any, but there are a few bits I'm going to have to make up myself. So then I've got to do in the middle one, and of course Sod's Law says it's got to go where I just the other day welded one of these tabs on. I do wonder sometimes how much time I've spent out here cutting off and moving things that I put on the day before because I hadn't perhaps fully thought things through or planned. It must be quite a lot of hours. Anyway, there you go. I don't suppose I learned that lesson ever, will I? So another one welded in there, and it's a friend on the other side, so that's the bar that goes to the rear. I'm just picking on the ones that I feel need an extra kind of bit of support. Things like that one are from the Exobusa. The Exobusa's chassis started breaking there, so I'm kind of making sure. A lot of these are belt and braces, but I'd rather be wearing belt and braces than have the chassis break. This is where we are now with the suspension. So if we alter it, we're looking for that improving. We're going to bring that up to the 180 that we're on now. So click on here, bring it down. There we go, and we've now got good for the camber gain. Just see what it actually is if we graph it out. So let's get rid of that. So camber. So the camber goes from -2, so it changes 1.8 like that. Then if we go back to where we were, it's changing from -2 to 1.3. So it's changing by 3.3. So, you know, it's not enormous differences, but I guess it's worth doing. It makes me feel better if I've got some nice green goods on here. What we can do, let's just see if I put that to where we're going to be. Okay, then so this motion ratio, I'm pretty sure is all about the shocks. So if we get rid of that, oh, look at that, and it says we've got the best score. I can't really do much about that motion ratio with the shocks I'm using. Maybe at some point I might put much softer springs on, and then I can change that motion ratio so this thing's happy. But we'll see how it goes. And we're 180 mil down from the top one. So there we go, from computer to car. I've got to finish welding that all in. I think I'll wrap up this video there. I'm never too sure where to end these ones, where it's sort of bits and bobs rather than a particular thing. Next video, hopefully, won't be too far off. I'm going to start doing the front wing. So hopefully the next video will be a week or two with me being really happy showing you how I've made a front wing. Or it could be a bit like when I did the nose cone, of a long extended bit of seeing me slowly deteriorate. And let's hope I don't end up with those weird dreams again about sanding things down, because I really don't want to go back there. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this one. Remember, tell all your friends, get more people on the channel, it'll all be good. We've got like over 4,000 subscribers on here now, so brilliant. Thank you to all the new people who've joined. They're nearly all, I think, from the Energize, Callum the Energize's sort of followers. Hopefully some of you guys will start watching the videos, because it's quite a strange thing at the moment. We've got 3 times as many followers and virtually no more viewers. Anyway, there we go. It is what it is, isn't it? So, catch you all soon. Bye.